Jesus said, all things shall be possible for those that have faith in God. And John, the biggest problem that people have is Satan having cast a shadow over what the will of God is, keeping them in doubt and unbelief concerning the will of God. Because John says that if we ask anything according to God's will, we know that he hears us. And we know that if he hears us, we have the petition that we asked for. And this is what Jesus is saying. If you abide in me and my words abide in you, you shall ask whatever you will, and it shall be done unto you. Herein is my Father glorified, that you bear much fruit. I mean, so we got to understand. I mean, look at Daniel. He had prayed 21 days, and when the angel of God appeared to him and spoke to him, he says, your prayers were heard from the very first day, he says, but, Satan hindered us. He said, we were in a battle, and he says, Michael, who stands with the children of Israel, says, took over that I might come and bring this message to you. There's two things necessary for healing and deliverance, and that is, first of all, faith in the truth. And then second of all, the anointing which breaks the yoke of bondage. And we got to see that, as Peter, when he stood before the house of Cornelius in chapter 11 of Acts, and he spoke to them concerning how Jesus went about doing good and healing and delivering those oppressed of the devil. Sickness and disease is oppression of the devil. It's not the glory of God. That's the first thing that we need to realize. But people that don't receive, look at the multitude that was thronging Jesus when the woman with the issue of blood pressed in and said within herself, if I may but touch the hem of his garment. That was her point of faith. That was her faith. I shall be made whole. And that's what she did. She pressed in and touched the hem of his garment and touched Jesus. And Jesus said, who touched me? And his disciples thought he was crazy because the multitude thronged him.